Yeah. This is Lady Mogul Talk, talking about black excellence. Ladies building legacies, fostering communities. There'll be topics to grow with dynamic heroes. Time to secure the bag, elevate your goals, yeah. If you gotta grind, go ahead and take some time. Free your mind, leave your worries behind. Expand your possibilities while learning new strategies. Every time with Avery, knowledge will be guaranteed on Lady Mogul Talk.
Welcome to another segment of Lady Mogul Talk. Today we have the wonderful Toy Cherie of Indigo's Shoes, who is the creator and the owner. Toy is not just about selling shoes, she is a shoe designer in the sense that she creates the vision from beginning to end, dreaming up trendy, comfortable, fashionable, high-end footwear. From drafting the sketches, working closely with the manufacturer in Spain, throughout the production process until the shoe is just right for you. Indigo's Shoes prides itself on making designer looks that promote healthy foot care with their specialty insoles and looks forward to continued sharing and selling to the world. So please give a warm or virtual welcome to Toy. Hey. How
Hi,
are you?
everyone. How are you?
Great. We're so excited to have you here. You are actually the first designer, period, on our show, but a shoe designer at that, having it so niche down. So we're so excited to talk to you today. Welcome.
Perfect. And I'm excited to speak with you as well.
I want to first start off by asking what inspired you to become a shoe designer and how did you get started in this industry?
Okay. So basically, I went to school for fashion merchandising. I first started off at the HBCU, NSU, Norfolk State University in Norfolk, Virginia. Then I transferred and finished everything at Marymount University in Arlington, Virginia, which is right outside of DC, close to DC, where I'm from. I'm from the DMV area. And so from there, I knew I wanted to do something in fashion, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. So out of college, I went straight into retail. I started training as a visual merchandiser. And so I did visual merchandising for Victoria's Secrets, Forever 21. And the last job was Nordstrom's here in Atlanta at Perimeter Mall. And so that's a whole story within itself. But with working in retail for about, I want to say 10 plus years, and just working with different people, different departments, from clothing to shoes, to even Rubbermaid. I worked for Rubbermaid for a period of time. So I really, when I was working with the shoes, I really loved work and enjoyed working with shoes. And so when I was at Nordstrom's, I ended up getting into a really bad car accident, which left me with a herniated disc and a bent disc, and I couldn't stand on my feet for more than 5 hours. So with that, I had a plan. But listen, you tell God your plans, watch him laugh. I wanted to become a buyer for Nordstrom's and then jump into whatever fashion design company that I wanted to do. And so that got cut short from the car accident. And so with me not being able to be on my feet for more than 5 hours, I just kind of dove into, okay, now what? God, what? What do you want me to do? Toy, what do you want to do? And so I started doing my research, doing case studies. And I found that the clothing industry, even though it's really grand and great, and I love the clothing industry, was overly saturated. And what I wanted to do was definitely whatever industry I got into, I wanted to make my mark. I wanted to make a statement, and I wanted to provide a solution to a problem in that market and in that industry. So I started looking into shoes because I noticed that going to different events here in Atlanta, and also in New York, women would wear these beautiful shoes to the event. And then through the event, those shoes are off. And they're either dancing on the floor without their shoes on, or they're walking out of the venue or event without their shoes on, or they have flip flops, you know. So I just noticed I'm like, okay, what's going on? And a lot of people complained about, oh, these shoes are gorgeous, but they absolutely kill my feet. So I said, there it is, boom. Let's get into shoes. Let's create something that is pleasant to the eye and designer look and feel, but also pushes healthy foot care. And with that, that's where Indigo Shoes was birthed and born.
So I don't know if the audience peeped what I peeped, because you dropped gems already, even though you were talking about your brand. But what I want to point out is, number one, you saw a problem. Well, actually, let me back. You saw a niche, first of all. Let's start
Yeah.
there. You saw a problem for that niche of women not being able to wear comfortable shoes throughout events. So you said, okay, I have the perfect solution for that. So you talked about the pain points of women, and that is something that is overlooked in some business owners' strategy. And so the fact that you had that foundation has contributed to so much success. I know, because I know Toy. So you'll get to know her a little bit too, but I know that has been the foundation for everything that you have done. So I just wanted to highlight that, because I thought that was very important to highlight to the audience. So
Thank
you
you.
talked about in your bio the process that you take. So can you walk us through your design process, or maybe where you find inspiration?
Absolutely. What I do is basically I'm like everyone else. I look at Project Runway. I look at, America's Top Model. I look at all the fashion shows on TV. And then I also attend different fashion events here in Atlanta, New York, LA, or just even, I'm a big people's watcher as well. And I look, even from the housewives, I get inspiration from the housewives. And believe it or not, the Kardashians, I look at stuff like that, and I just kind of pull different ideas from what's in now. And then you can even go to the past. You can get inspiration back from the 1960s, 70s, things like that, because let's be real, the fashion industry runs on a fashion cycle, which is everything being recycled through the years. So a lot of people get drawn to different designs and looks because it reminds them of something they've seen back in the 60s, or back when their grandmother or their aunts or something like that had it on, and it's just been remixed. But it brings a familiar feeling. So they're attracted to it. They want to buy it. They want to wear it. And that's how we are with the shoes as well. I create a style that's, maybe I get my inspiration from old school to new school, and we kind of blend it together from the build and even the colors. I also Google, what are the colors for 2023? What are the colors for 2024? And so on. And you try to kind of be original, but also pull from what is in. So you can have that market that's 2023, 2024 buying your item. So I sketch, we come up with the build, if I want to do booties, if I want to do heels, flats, sneakers, we come up with a design, and then I go into color scheme. And like I said, I Google what the color is for that year, and we pull from color schemes and kind of mix and match, or we might do a solid. and we build the shoe. My shoe manufacturer is in Spain, so he is awesome. And we build the shoe. Once I design it, have the color, things like that, almost like when clothing designers sketch out their designs. It's the same with shoes. And then with me, I work hand in hand with the manufacturer. We build the shoe from the molding all the way up to the type of leather we're using, the type of shoestrings we're using, the type of lining we're using. So it is an extensive process. It's not, a lot of people are like, oh gosh, it takes a while for your shoes to get made. Absolutely, because we're building it from the ground up. We're not like some of these shoe companies who are buying their shoes wholesale and then slapping their name on it and then can just put it out to the market. But what people don't realize is the quality that they're getting. And that's why their feet hurt, because they're not getting the right quality, because it's not being made with love, as I say that I do with my shoes.
Wow. Okay, just packed with information. First of all, you said research, taking your time, because yes, a lot of people do throw things together. Now I'm like, I know I looked at your website last week, but I need to look at it again because you sold me arthritis. So I can comfortable shoe. Okay.
Yeah.
But I love that you take the time to focus on your craft to make sure that you're building a quality, not quantity product.
Yes.
So that's very important. And then you also mentioned about how you find your inspiration from various events. And I just happen to know, of course, that you have been in some major events, such as New York Fashion Week. So can you tell us what that was like, and any other major events that you've been a part
of? Okay, so for New York, being a new designer and being able to experience and be in New York Fashion Week and being able to showcase what you have designed that's come to life. Like, it started off on a piece of paper and then now it is actually 3D full in front of you and you're able to share it with the world. It was amazing. From there, we showcased in Paris Fashion Week as one of the first Black female shoe-owned designers to showcase in Paris. And so I'm walking down the runway and it's so surreal. Like, this started off as an idea, as a dream, as something I knew I wanted to do, but did not know exactly when it was going to happen for me. And God blessed me with the opportunity, and it just made me want to just do more. So from Paris, then from that, we did here in Atlanta, there's a big, this guy named Miguel Wilson. He is a suit designer, and his suits are sold in Phipps Plaza in Lenox. No, not Lenox, in Phipps Plaza. I'm sorry. And so he throws a annual fashion show, a polo fashion show extravaganza in October every year. And I got a chance to showcase last year in his show. And it was amazing. We had Lisa Nicole, who showcased her design there. We had, what's his name? Palmer, the comedian who hosted it. And just Sheree was there. Martell Holt was there. It was a lot of who's who. So I got to show my shoes in that setting. And then from there, we showcased in LA Fashion Week, which was amazing as well. So yeah, I do have a bucket list. And the list goes, I definitely want to showcase in Dubai and London and Milan. And then once I do those three, it would just be redoing the others, but bringing something new and fresh as I showcase year round with these fashion weeks. Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first, everyone. We're claiming that for you, because I know it's going to be So amazing. So I'm really excited for you and what's
So,
next. I mean, you've already accomplished so much, but I know this is only the beginning. So congratulations for
thank you.
everything you've
Thank
accomplished so
you.
far.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
So
Yeah.
I know that being a business owner is not an easy road. And so I can only imagine in the fashion world, it could probably sometimes be a doggy dog world.
Yeah.
So what challenges, if any, have you faced as a shoe designer and business owner?
I can give you something as of recent. We had to go through and are still going through it. And I tell all of my entrepreneurs, because this goes outside of fashion, just entrepreneurs, period. When you find yourself in your business where you're starting to scale and you've done everything that you can humanly possibly do for yourself, and you need investors, you need partnerships, um, vet, vet these people out. Recently, I thought I had an investor who had the same passion and interest in my vision for Indigo Shoes as I did, and I gave them everything that they asked for, from business files, from us our selling when we first launched at the end of 2020, our test selling market sales reports. I gave them everything, all of our opportunities for the rest of 2023. And, this person was like, okay, I love what you're doing. We want to support. We're going to invest. I just need to see if another person will jump on board to help out. And I'm like, okay, because they know more about the fashion industry than I do. And I'm like, okay, even though I went to school for it, I worked in retail for over 10 years. I'm like, if you have any questions, you could just ask me. I know what I'm doing, but I get it. It's about people being comfortable. So we waited for him to bring on this person. And so from there, they were supposedly bringing on this person. And then they're like, okay, we're going to have the funding meeting next week. Next week would come. Meeting never happened. Weeks turned into a month. Month turned into 2 months. And come to find out, this person actually was interested in dating me than actually investing in the company. And I was stalled out for 2 months. And that put me in a financial bind because we had made all of these plans thinking that this investment was going to happen. And so now it's crunch time. Now I'm like, okay, I need sponsors. Now I need investors. And I walked away from that. I definitely walked away from that situation. And it was a life lesson. And it taught me that when I go after these investors, definitely vet them and then don't let them stall you out. It does not take more than 1 or 2 weeks for a person to say, hey, we want to invest. And matter of fact, here's is the day that we're going to have the meeting for the funding. So I've taken that life lesson and we're moving forward. My God, even though I've lost an opportunity, God just restored it. God just restored it and gave me another opportunity. And, I just have to learn that it's his timing, not mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't let other people kind of pressure me and push me into like, it has to happen now, so, that's been a real big challenge, is to find investors who are comfortable in investing in fashion, and in a fashion company, in a shoe company.
Mm-hmm.
You don't find many people who do that. So that's been a big challenge. But like I said, we're working through it. I'm trusting in God, and it's going to happen. It's going to work.
Well, kudos to you for just progressing forward because some people would let that be a deterrent to say, okay, well, this is just not for me. I'm going to quit, find something else. But you said, no, this is a lesson and I'm going to
Yes.
learn from it. And then you have another opportunity in the work. So
Yes.
this is a lesson for all of us to live by. It sometimes it's discouraging, but we must have patience in the process. So I'm
Yes.
glad you were able to share this story, and I really hope our audience took away from that. So you said you have some things in the works. So I know you can't share everything, but tell us, is there a project that you are collaborating on that you can share, or is there a vision for the
Um,
next 5 to
we
10
do.
years?
Yeah, we do. Our first big thing that we have coming up is New York Fashion Week. We're showcasing September 13th, and it's with the show called New York Live at Fashion Week. So we're excited about doing that. And then I can share one more thing. Remember that bucket list that I had?
Mhm.
Well, we are showcasing in Dubai Fashion Week, and we are doing a showroom for 5 days. So God is blessing me. Yeah, God is blessing me with that opportunity. We have some other things for the rest of the year, but I gotta, you know,
You're
gotta
gonna do
keep
it.
it quiet for a little bit.
I'm gonna try to, probe a little bit, but I know there's
Yes,
only so much you can share. I because
yeah,
I
yes, yes. So um
have
we do have that going on, and I'm excited. I don't know if you know anyone who wants to sponsor, but we are looking for sponsorship. We are still looking for investors, serious investors. So I will definitely, Simone, give you my information, just in case someone sees this and wants to invest in the company. We are taking on partnerships and investors and also sponsors.
That's great. And I have a meeting tomorrow with someone. I don't know exactly what they do because I'm there for information only. So if there are opportunities, of course, we have to support one another and stay
Absolutely.
so I got you.
Yeah, and then whatever you need, it's a collab. This year and even beyond this year is a year of partnership and collaborations. So whatever you need me to do, if you need a toy, come and be on a panel, or toy, I need you to do a shoe drive with me, or whatever it may be. You might have an event and you want me to donate a pair of shoes, because we do men's shoes and women's shoes. I'm willing to do that for you as well. So it's not just all about me. It's about blessing others as well, and uplifting others as well. So whatever opportunity that I can give from my company, I'm willing to offer to you and anyone else you bring into the fold. Absolutely.
And likewise, and I know we had a meeting. So this is a sidebar because we had a meeting last week. So we are definitely gonna do some collaboration.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
So I want to ask next,
Mhm.
any advice you can give someone, whether it's a business owner in general or someone who is looking to come up in the fashion industry or shoe industry specifically?
Okay. So to all my designers out there, who young or old, because it doesn't have an age limit, um, that want to get into the shoe industry, there's a couple of options you have. You have where you can do wholesale. You can buy wholesale and sell it that way. Or you can do the route that I've done, which is actually design out the shoes, create it, and then, create the shoes with the manufacturer. Now, the way that I've done it is a little bit more expensive. So definitely, make sure that, your credit is good. Make sure that, like I said before, with investors, you vet your investors, because you're going to need help. You're not going to, unless you have a rich uncle or auntie or mom or dad, you're going to need that financial help. So definitely grants as well. I'm looking to getting grants. And just even like for me, what sustained me so far is family and friends. That's a big part of being a entrepreneur and business owner, is you first start off with the help of your family and friends, and then you continue to move forward. But I definitely say make sure financials are good. Make sure it's okay to ask for help. Don't feel bad if you need help because you can't do it by yourself. Make sure you're original. Whatever you do, make sure you're original. Don't copy anyone, because then someone will be like, well, I can get that from over here. Why should I purchase from you? Why should I support you? So make sure you're always doing something unique. Make sure, as I have, found a problem and create a solution. And that's from fashion to any company, that you have. And so definitely make sure, and then make sure there's a purpose behind it. Make sure there is a purpose. Like for me, I just found my purpose, which is I designed a all-weather purpose shoe, to just simply donate across the globe. We're looking into the Asian countries. We're looking into Africa. We're looking into the South American countries, the Caribbean countries, to just donate these shoes. Because as I'm speaking to you right now, there are people still walking around with no shoes on their feet. And for me, that's unacceptable, because I have, both of my parents are diabetics. So you have to take major care, like great care of your feet, because if not, the first thing they want to start doing is chopping off at your feet. People are, you can get diseases, you can get cuts, anything to your feet. And we want to make sure it's protected, because all of our nerve endings end at our feet. So if our feet are damaged, that can actually cause great harm to our whole body.
And as you're talking, I'm thinking about individuals I know who have problems with their feet, and you're exactly right. So we're having a health lesson too. This is
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what Indigos is about. Indigos is about, yes, creating a designer luxury style and brand, but we're also pushing healthy foot care as well. So yes, make sure your company has a purpose, make sure you're original, and make sure that your financials are together. And it's okay to ask for help and to have partnership and collaborations.
I have absolutely nothing to add to that, because I couldn't have said it better myself. That's very great advice. So I know that we touched on it a little earlier, but outside of your bucket list, collaborations, and opportunities, what's next for you, whether it's business or personal?
So business, of course, everybody has to have their exit plan. For me, I would love to see Indigo shoes sold in department stores. I do want to open up maybe one or two, maybe two boutiques. And, as far as personal, there might be a little wedding happening soon.
Oh, wow.
But that's our goal, is to definitely have a family in the future, and just live life out and to continue to create beautiful shoes, and create opportunities for people, whether it be photographers, models, makeup artists, videographers, marketing, web designers. We just want to do our part into blessing others as we are blessed.
And I know that you will continue to be blessed because of your purpose and what you give back to the community. So I want to, before we close out, I want to give you the opportunity to share your contact information for anyone who is interested in your shoes, supporting the mission, and any upcoming events you may be having.
Absolutely. So you can definitely go to our website. Right now, our website is open for pre-orders. We will be open soon for order to deliver, which means you'll be able to order the shoes and we will deliver them out to you. You can find us at www.indigos, INDIGOZ, shoes.com for the website. We are doing some upgrade to the website. So by next month, you're going to see some new items, new products, and a new look. So we're excited about that, but you can definitely go on there right now and pre-order on some of the styles that we have there now. You can also find me on Instagram, and that's at Indigos, INDIGOZ, shoes _ Then you can also find us on Facebook, which is just straight Indigo Shoes. And then on TikTok, which is the same Indigo Shoes. And then, if you wanted to email me, for partnership, collaborations, sponsorship, investments, my email address is indigos, INDIGOZ, shoes @gmail.com.
All I know is after watching this, you better message her, DM her, purchase some shoes, something. The shoes
Yes.
will be amazing. So thank you for sharing with us today. Are there any final words of advice you want to give our audience?
Just be confident in yourself, be confident in your vision. Know that it is not your timing, it's God's timing. But while that is happening, just continue to prepare. Don't feel rushed by society or what's going on around you. And make sure you're making quality, not quantity.
That's a very great way to end this session. Thank you so much for your time and sharing a little bit of your world with Lady Mogul Talk.
Thank you for having me. Absolutely.
This has been another segment of Lady Mogul Talk, and we'll see you in our next show. Bye, everyone.